That's the noise I make when I'm not singing to you and I'm preparing for a live stream. Oh, we're live! Hello, everyone! Yay! Everything is working! Miraculous! Oh, sorry, I just bopped my microphone with my body part. Hi! So nice to see you all here. I see the chat is already hopping. I was reading through. Yes, let me first of all commiserate with the pain of the heat. It's disgusting. So, I'm pretty miserable over here in the greater Toronto area. I feel for all of us who are suffering this heat. I feel for me. I feel for all of us. I feel for all the animals who are outside. So, okay, let's see how we're doing. How is everybody? I'm sorry, Jane, you're saying you don't have air conditioning at the moment? That is devastating. Actually, that's really dangerous, so I hope you're able to stay somewhat cool and safe. It's really scary. Like, this is the kind of weather that's quite deadly. So, I hope you're all staying somewhat safe and cool. Somewhat, not somewhat safe. Safe and somewhat cool. Let's be clear. Also, I didn't realize this, but my scrunchie matches my shirt. So, anyway, thank you for the warm welcome. Thank you all for being here. I have a box of Sailor Manyo inks, and I'm missing one of them. That's fine. It doesn't matter, because this will take us a while to play with anyway. And I just thought we would play with them. And so what I have here, I have a few things. Yes, Ruth, please tell us what you have purchased, because I'm invested in this too now. So, okay, so I have paper. I have the Maruman Namasane paper. Oh, let me lower my lighting a bit so that we can see it a little bit better. We have some Fabriano paper, which is not my favorite for fountain pens, but because it's dual shading ink, I just thought it would look a little different on this page. And then we have an assortment of paper, so I figured we would just kind of pick through what I wanted to use. From my Fountain Pen Use Fancy Pants notebook. So I'm thinking we're going to use the Kokuyo paper, which I really like. So it's Kokuyo KB. I'll write it down as we're playing with it. Okay. Let's see. Wendy Sue, I just mentioned you because we're going to be employing the Fancy Pants notebook today. So let's unload the Manyo inks and toss this bin out of the way. What I'm going to start with is I'm going to start with the Maruman paper. And let's use and so what I also have, I'm going to just use my glass dip pen, and I forgot to prepare my wash cup. Let's prepare my wash cup. Let's get that. Okay, so here's my wash cup. It's my rinse-a-ding cup. Let's pour some fancy bottled water in it. It's not. It's really just tap water. Don't worry. Do not panic. Do not be alarmed. So that's for cleaning up as we go. Nobody was alarmed. It was just me. Okay. I'm going to just start. I'm going to start with the one that I actually have not even played with yet. So this one is the Uri. I'm thinking it's a gourd of some sort, just based on the label image. It looks like some kind of gourd. Okay, so I haven't played with this one yet. There's a fan on. It might be my computer. It might be. Who knows? Okay, so let's see. Let's see. We're gonna just knife it up a bit here and just see what happens. Interesting. Not at all what I expected based on the box, the label. But let's see if it changes color as it dries. Let's just watch it for a second. That fan noise is going to drive me insane. It could just be because of the crippling heat and all my parts are struggling. Okay. Are we watching this dry? Because I am. You guys better be too. Let's swab some on the Kikuyo at the same time then. Okay. Oh, interesting. You know what? I might just skip the Fabriano because I don't think I can handle another page on here. Very interesting. Okay, so let's check these out. So what they said was oh, interesting. Okay, hang on. Manyo Uhi is a collection of 10,000 leaves, the oldest and most revered anthology of Japan's poetic compilations. Did you know that? I did not. Over a period of 4 centuries, 4,516 poems written by every class of person, ranging from emperors to merchants and farmers. Manyo is an abbreviation of Manyo Uhi, and its meaning indicates people of all ranks. Manyo Uhi is often regarded in Japan as a true expression of the Japanese spirit. The themes of the poems relate to love, elegies, nature, the seasons, and so on. Wait a minute. Interesting. Okay. They don't all have this explanation. Flowers are especially relevant in the Japanese culture, and about 1,500 of the poems in Manyo Uhi cover some of 160 species of plants and 50 different flowers. Okay, so they're all flowers. Now that I'm looking at the labels, it makes complete sense. Complete sense. Hey, Doug, what'd you do last night? Watched a YouTube live of ink drying. Yeah, that's what we do here. We're not going to wait the entire time. I mean, we are. But I figured I would just kind of ramble in between. Oh, look, there's an email address on here. I might email them, just for fun. What's the worst that'll happen? They don't reply. Okay, sorry, I don't like the darkness. Very interesting. Check out the drawing. That looks like a Disney Y, a Disney character. Interesting. Okay. Now, I have to say, they look a little bit different on the different papers, but not drastically. And so I fear I'm going to have to get out the Fabriano, even though I really don't want to, because I don't know if I can handle 3 papers, like I said. But let's just try. Let's just try 1 and see if it's necessary. This is definitely not the color I expected based on the label. Maybe like the very light parts based on the label. But not at all what I expected. Okay, wait. Let us pause. Endless box report. A bottle of Pannonia Aster. Oh, you got the Moonstone. I also ordered one. Of course. It looks beautiful. A Black Cherry Retro. Very nice. Thanks you. You have good taste. The paper on the left is Kokuyo KB. Let me just write out the paper names. Kokuyo KB. And then Maruman Nemosine, and then Fabriano. Those are the papers in order. I think the Fabriano is the most dull of the papers in terms of displaying the color, so we're gonna throw that one away for now. That one, it's fine. I don't mind. Let me just put the lid on here. Okay. It's fine. We're fine. Everything is good. Everything is good. Interesting. I really like this weird color. I feel both papers are very similar in how they behave. The Fabriano is different. It looks like it's showing more of this color, but again, just in terms of paper management, let's just stick to 2 papers. Or do you want to just do one? What do you guys think? You like it on the Kikuyo? Maybe we play on the Kikuyo? It's fine. I don't mind doing both. Fascinating. Okay. Let's close that up. Let's close it. What do they say on the inside? Wait, I'll read the inside as we're waiting for the next set to dry. The next set is Akibi, which I did not think was a dual shader, because it's quite saturated, just the way it looks. Yeah, I got Tomo. I have Tomo. What's hesitating my brain is I was just looking for the right one. Let's Tomo. I will move these out of the way just for a moment while we put some down on Tomo. Let's do, and then what I will also do, which I should have done but did not do, was write the ink name. Yuri. Okay, and then we're gonna swatch it. Okay, actually, thank you, Pertnux. A good question. It's already looking quite different on Tomo. Like, really vastly different. Vastly. I need more space, man. Fabriano, Tomo. So while that dries, let me just move my stuff out of the way. The stuff. Is Rhodia bad for dual shading? I cannot believe I'm going to say this, but Rhodia is not one of my preferred papers for fountain pens. I find it too absorptive. Aeroful would probably be really nice. I just do not have my pad anywhere near me. It's buried over there. I mean, it would work. Like, the Rhodia would work, but it's not going to show off the dual shading. I think it would be a lot like the Fabriano, where it just kind of sucks it up a bit. Okay. So, whilst that does stuff, I have an absolute fascination and fear of space, so I'm amazed by that mug you have. Akibi. There is a fear of space, some phobia that I think is healthy. Okay. Let's do that. And then we're going to move this out of the way. I have not enough space on my desk. So I have to, like, manipulate things. Nice color, though, right? Like, it's really cool. Okay, let's do some Akibi. I don't think this one's gonna be a super dual shader. I might eliminate the Marumon from this and just do Tomo and Kikuyu. We'll see. This one is a letdown, I think, in terms of dual shading. It's a very pretty color, but it's not... Oh, it's not super shady, I find. Okay. Okay. Consult a physician in the case of accidental swallowing. Who'd accidentally swallow? Or contact with eyes after first aid. Drink water for accidental swallowing or clean with water for contact with eyes, etc. Ink on clothing may be difficult to remove. Keep out of reach of children. Consult a physician. What would you say? Hi, I drank fountain pen ink. Is that what you would say? I guess so. You know. The swampy ink is nifty. I agree. Yeah, Kikuyu's losing steam here. But I think Akibi is not a great representation of the dual shaders. Let's try... Let's do another one. I'm going to move these two out of the way. I'm going to bring back the Tomo. Because wait till you see how weird the Uri is drying. It's weird. It's a weird one. Okay, this one is Koke. Okay. Oh, and I have apparently used a significant amount of this. Which I don't even remember. Which tells me it's in some of my pens and I don't know which ones. Koke. Okay. Oh, interesting. I can already see interesting activity in this one. Just as a quick glance. It's already quite interesting. The Akibi? I don't think that one's a dual shader. That's a disappointment. It's a disappointment, I say. Okay, we're gonna put some Koke down on Kikuyo. And then some Koke, I just want to say Koke, down on Marumon, which is fabulous paper in general. Is it just me, or does anybody else like the smell of Sailor inks? I need some lip balm. As a doctor, you hear crazier stories than that. That's fair. I mean, that's a bit alarming, but it's fair. What is blunt? Oh, you liked the Tomo so much that it moved the others out of your immediate brain space. Okay, okay. That's fair. That's fair. There is definitely sheen on the Akibi, which is significantly more sheeny than the others so far. But I mean, I'm okay. But like, check this out. So on the Kikuyo, look at the Koke. It's a green blue. And then on the Marumon, there is a bit of purple in there. Like, I'm not crazy. The purple is not visible on the Kikuyo, but it is visible on the Marumon. Okay, and then if we pull over our Tomo, this is what it looks like. So it is significantly more purple. So this is what they meant by it looks different on different paper. I guess it just depends on the paper. I mean, it does depend on the paper, but it depends on which one of the Manyo inks as well. Koke is definitely a super shader, but like the Uri is so weird. Oh, I love it. Like, it's so bizarre. I can't even figure out how to describe that. Like a melon tea brown green gray. Wow. Way to go, Ziza. That was really descriptive. The Akibi is just super sheeny. And the Koke is very lovely. Okay. Should I switch to one paper? No, I don't think so. I will keep doing this. I'll keep doing this. Sorry, I had a thought, which is why my brain farted there. I love the sailor smell. Okay, I'm glad that it's not me. It's not just me. Okay, I'm gonna put that in the box, in the sailor box. No, this is not Sanzen Tomo. This one is the Tomogawa. So this is not the old Tomo. It's the mid-new Tomo. So it was when they still belonged to Tomogawa, before they sold to Sanzen, but when they were on the new machine, not the original old machine. But it was still being done by Tomogawa. It's a little confusing. Little bit confusing. Does Sailor suggest what paper they feel shows off the inks to their best intended effect? Not to my knowledge. They have demonstrated it. Well, they've more so had their retailers demonstrate it. Like, Jet Pens kind of did demonstrations, Yoseka. But from my recollection, Sailor themselves did not say, we recommend, like, coated paper or highly absorptive paper. Which seems surprising. But maybe they did in Japan and we just never got the information. I don't know. Yes, the uri is grain. Thank you. That's correct. Okay. I will do haha next because we can put it right next to the Koke. Okay. I also have used up a significant amount of this. This is my third or second bottle of haha. I've used a fair amount of it. Okay, and then we'll do a little swirly swabby, a wasabi swabby. Okay, and then we could just take a glance at it. It's got a lot more pink in it. I really like how haha looks when it's wet. I think it's really cool. Okay, so we're gonna move that. We're gonna bring over our other two. Let's get some haha down on the page here. And then also on our Marmon. Oops. We have a stray splatter. That's okay. It's okay. I just don't want it to contaminate. Okay, good questions. Which machine number was the old Tomo River? I believe it was 7, and I believe the new Tomogawa Tomo is machine 9. I can double check because I actually wrote an entire article about it for Penworld magazine. Like, I went and did research on the machines. It's very nerdy. And I checked out their press releases and everything. And so I did get all the information. But I cannot remember because it's been like 3 years. So, yeah. Oh my god, Pertinax, you flushed Diamine Oxford Blue into a haha bottle. That's so sad. Okay. I once dumped... Shoot, I can't remember what ink it was, but I dumped it into a Caran d'Ache Caribbean Sea bottle, which was discontinued. And, I contaminated my Caran d'Ache, so I feel your pain. I really do. Okay, let's see. So on these two papers, the haha and Koke are similar, but different, as you can see for your own eyeballs. Similar but different. Like, same, but not. Definitely more pink purple in both of them. And then our Tomo is still drying. but way more pink purple and way more green, I would say, like a soft green. But see, my favorite part of it is this really, really light part that you can barely see. That's why I like putting it in like pilot parallels and monarch nibs, because it works really well as just like a blender, like a color highlighter. Like, it works really well in that way. So I really like it for inky messes. But it's interesting to see it compared to Koke, because I don't think I've actually ever put them side by side like this. Very intriguing. Next up, let's move these bad boys out of the way for now. Let's put the haha away. Okay. So next I'm thinking either Hinoki or Neko Yanagi. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I might as well just do the Hinoki. I'm gonna do Hinoki. Because I want to. Because I can. Akibi is the only one that does not seem to fit in here so far. Oh, I've used a significant amount of Hinoki as well. Again, makes me wonder which pen it's in. Is it Hinoki or Hinoki? Hinoki. Oh, this is much darker than I was predicting. What on earth? This is so weird. Okay. So this is the box and the label. And this is what it looks like as the first pass on paper. It is wild. It is very, very odd. Okay, we're going to put that up there. We're going to grab our other two paper formats. And then we're going to do some swatches. Okay, let's do Kukuyo. Yes, I talk to myself. I'm so sorry. I talk to myself as I do things so that I remember what I'm doing. Otherwise, I will literally stop and just forget. And lose hours staring at a wall. Okay. Okay. Interesting. None of these are really what I'm expecting it to look like based on the box. Like, they look much more gray than the label does. Fascinating. Hello, John. Welcome. So happy to have you here. Am I sure that's the right bottle? Yes. I promise. And it has not been contaminated. Absolutely wild. I don't know if it's the kind of dual shader that falls apart after a while, but they're not exposed to UV light. Like, they're in their boxes. They're covered on my shelf. So they shouldn't be degrading by UV. Yeah, it's just... But maybe it'll be different as it dries a little bit more. So I'll give it a second to dry. Just, yeah, don't answer myself. That's fair. Upcoming live, match my desk pad splatters to existing inks. Oh, I do like that. That would be a lot of fun. I like it a lot. No, Ruth, totally valid to make sure I didn't mix up the bottles, because if I unpack them all at the same time and put them back into the wrong boxes, it could happen. I mean, I'm starting to see it a little more too, but this one is very odd. It's definitely more gray. I'll show you the Tomo in just a second. The Tomo, even that, really heavy on the purple, like this part, purple green. There's probably some paper where it shows up like this. I wonder if it's the Fabriano. Maybe. Interesting. Very interesting. Did I shake the bottle? No. I don't shake my bottles before inking them. I mean, unless unless it's shimmer. Oh my god, it's stuck in the box. Why does this happen? No, and I don't have, like, there's no sediment or anything in it. I think it's just the color. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. That's okay. It's all good. Let's grab... Let's grab the Tomo. I'm gonna just give that a second to dry before... We're gonna literally watch ink dry while I catch up with you guys. Okay. Perhaps I could get a UV wand and see how the inks are affected over time. That would be very interesting. I would love to do an actual experiment on that. I just don't really have the space, but it would be very neat to do that. How would the Hinoki spread out on a piece of paper towel? I actually have... I mean, I don't know where it is. It's somewhere in my mass of things. I have chromatography paper, which would have been very interesting, but I don't know where I put it. And if I can't immediately find it, I won't have any clue where it is. It's really comforting, right? That's okay. That's okay. One day, so I'm just giving this a little bit more time to dry. Just a tiny bit. I also have coffee filter paper, but I have actual little strips of chromatography paper. They're in my workshop kit, which I don't have handy. Yes, we can absolutely sip and watch ink dry. The Hinoki's really nice. Let's do the Neko Yanagi next, because that's one of my other favorites, along with the Haha. I like the Koke. Like, I actually thought I liked Koke more than Haha, but now I'm leaning back to Haha. Okay, Neko Yanagi. Neko Yanagi. Sorry, hiccups. Petrichori, yeah. Yeah, Neko Yanagi's a winner for me. Okay, let's see how Neko Yanagi looks on other papers. So here it is. Immediately, it is super pink-purple. As it dries down, there's blue and green coming out. I would actually, that's probably more green first. Okay. And I think Neko Yanagi is Pussy Willow, I believe. Let's see how it looks on others. On to others. Okay. Oh my god, you had a root canal. I'm so sorry. I mean, I'm glad you got it fixed, because an unfixed root canal is awful, but that's brutal. I'm so sorry. I hope it's healing up. Like, I hope you heal up really quick. I have never had, I've never... Ah! Wow. Sorry. I don't know how that happened. I have never had a root canal, so I've only read stories about them, because I like to be prepared for things emotionally. Okay. I thought my thing had fallen in the water because the reflection is in the water, but it's actually sitting on top, so don't worry. We're good. Questions. What questions do we have? Which workshop? No, it's sorry, no, it's not for the workshops that I'm teaching. It's for one that I'm working on, like crafting. Um, like inky. What did I call it? Inksplorations. So it'll probably be launched at the Philly Pen Show first. Um, yeah. I nobody asked, but I really like my teeth, and I'm absolutely terrified of a root canal. I mean, I really like oral hygiene. Like, I'm really into it. Yes, next time on the Attack of Inks. Thank you. At least the camera didn't fly off and land in the ink puddles. Okay, so Neko Yanagi on these papers is definitely more purple leaning. I don't see as much pink as I do on the Tomo. Like, the Tomo brings out a lot more of the pink. Pink green. Whereas on here, it's more purple green. I'm not crazy. I'm not nuts. I'm not crazy. I'm not nuts. Okay, I have to wait for this to dry. So we have to wait a minute. The last two colors that we have, I will be more delicate instead of punching my camera. We have Ayame and Fuji. And I don't think I've used... I almost feel like the Hinoki looks like a Ayame, but we'll see. I haven't used either of these ones all that much, so I am curious to see how they fare, how they do, how they look, how they explore. Also, I got a new pen. While we wait for things to dry, let me show you. It's the Bennu Briolette in Peppermint Pop, and I really just wanted it. It's a number 5 nib, so generally not my preferred, but it does take a converter, so win. But as we know, remember the number 5 nib on my Colotino, which I keep on my desk because I use it constantly. Remember when I thought, oh, I'm not going to enjoy this pen, and then it turned out to be super comfy? I mean, I really love Bennu, and I have used the Briolette before, but I really just wanted this one. And I just thought back to my Colo, where I was like, okay, the Tino worked really well. Maybe this one will work really well too. So I'm very excited about it. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. It has sparkly bits on it. Michelle, if I ever sell mine, I will let you know, just in case you want first dibs. Just because you missed it. Anyway, I really enjoy it. I haven't inked it yet. Like, I feel like Haha might work really well in this. I don't know. It could happen. That could be the color. Okay, I'm gonna put this in my pen case. Okay, we've got some space here. Let's do Ayame. So, oh, I have inked this. Interesting. Okay. Like, significantly. I've used probably like a good 5-10 mils out of it. 10 mils. Yummy. What will I put in it? Yes, I am thinking haha. But I put haha in everything, so I should probably find something different. I haha everything up. Okay. Let's do a quick glance at this one. Okay, so this is the label. And here is the color that does not look anything like the label. But I quite like it. I find it very interesting. So let's put that there. Let's grab the other papiers. Let's put some Ayame down. Okay. Sorry, my eyeball's itchy. My eyeball. Okay, and then some Ayame here, Ayame there. I might be pronouncing it wrong. Oh, you got the metal stripe blue. That is so beautiful. I loved the black version, so I can only imagine the blue is equally gorgeous. Oh, amazing. Congratulations. I believe you. I totally agree with you. Pictures do not do that pen justice. And it's something about the weight of the metal stripes and the way it feels in hand is really, really nice. What pen did you get, Dragon Drawer? Ruth, totally fair. You want to see how these inks come out of a pen? Yeah, that's... I don't blame you. I'm not the best person for that. But we can work on that someday. I love the TWSBI Eco. I have all my favorite colors in it, like the pink and sorry, not the pink. I don't have the pink, which I wish I had. The glow in the dark pink, the glow in the dark green. I've got the orange, like the mango orange. Actually, I think she calls it saffron. I think they call it saffron. They're actually here. I don't know what color it is. It's this color, but they're empty and waiting to be cleaned. I don't know what color it is. This one has an extra fine nib on it. I don't even know who I am anymore. Like, what is happening? Who am I? That's okay. They don't have to be an M800 to be great. You've tried some of them in pens and found them light for reading. That makes a lot of sense. I, as we know, don't often use ink for regular writing. So I'm not the best for judging that. But I can totally see how these are hard to read. The only one I think might, like the Akibi will be legible, I think, and maybe the Koke. But all the others will probably come out pretty light. The Ayame is like a weird green. Again, it's kind of like the opposite of the Uhi. It's got the green in it, but then it's got pink gray. I'm trying here. I'm not obviously good at colors. Or it's like when people who are bad with their feelings try to describe their feelings, and it's like that book, like the thing squashes his emotions with the squasher downer. I'm like, the pink, brown, orange, black ink. Anyway, it's late and it's hot. My brain's been cooked today. Thanks for joining, Doug. Yeah, we'll see you next week. Take care. The green glow, that's the one I have. I really like that one. I like that one. Okay, let's put down some Fuji. Let me do it in the order that I'm doing it properly. Because it takes the longest to dry on the Tomo, so I want to put it down on the Tomo first. Which makes sense, right? Oh, you got the Hello Tello Piccolo. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Yes, the squasher downer. Hang on. Let me... squasher downer book meme. I will post the meme for you guys. This one. So it's, yeah, anyway, it cracks me up. That's how I am. That's how I describe inks, apparently. Like, I have no concept. Anthony, I noticed that you had quite an eventful weekend with famous peoples, which is so awesome. Okay, Fuji. Fuji. Is the chat ahead of the stream for you? Did you pause the stream at any point? Because if so, it would mess it up. Also, I just realized I had my chat setting to top chat and not live chat, so if I missed anybody's comments, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to. It is just a nature of the stupid setting. Okay, let's put down some Fuji. Okay. You are not a stream pauser. I do not know. I do not know. I'm so sorry. I mean, you could just mute me. You might have already. Oh, God. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm apologizing because I feel bad, but because I know how annoying that is. Okay, I have swatched on there. Let's swatchy on here. And then we can give it some moments to dry. I don't know how super shady this one's gonna be. Mostly purple with some green in there. Dual shading. Oh, let me see. Oh, I'm a dum-dum. Check this out. All the other ones say dual shading. The Akibi does not. So, it's not Sailor's fault. It was my fault. I just assumed that because it was a Manyo ink that it would be part of the dual shading series, like activities, but it was not, clearly. Okay. So, lesson learned for us. This one is far more sensible in terms of matching the label, I think. Like, it looks like it's going to be accurate. Yeah. Okay, I'll give that a second to dry a bit more. That's very fair. The Akibi does give a really good contrasting ink for showing like a regular ink and how a regular ink typically behaves compared to the dual shaders. They're very fun to look at, though. Unfortunately, I couldn't fit them all on one page on the Masane paper, but that's okay. That's alright. It's almost dry, and then we can take a look at them. Almost. Sorry. Let's look at the Tomo. On the Tomo. Okay, so the Fuji. On the Tomo, everything looks softer, I feel like. Like, all the colors are dampened. Not in a bad way, but in a more gentle way. If an ink can be gentle. Do you guys have a favorite? Like, is there one on here that really appeals to you? Okay, so I wish I could show you all the papers at the same time. I don't think I can. Okay, so we've got that. Let me move my mouse out of the way. Okay, so here's the Tomo. Here is the Maruman. No, sorry, Kikuyu. And then here are two of the Marumans. I will tear it out. Okay. Let me try to squeeze this in a little better. Okay, not ideal, but it'll work. It'll do. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's see. You like the Koke. The Koke is really nice. And yeah, I think the Uri is really cool. The Fuji is really nice. I like it more than I expected. Um, I used to love the Haha, but I'm starting to be more partial to the Neko Yanagi as of late. But I guess it depends on what paper. Like usually I'm inky messing on Tomo, so any of these would be fun on Tomo. On the Kokuyo, I think the Fuji came out really nice. And oh, sorry, the Neko Yanagi came out really nice. The Fuji came out really nice. The Uri is really interesting. And same here. Like, it's really interesting. You were trying to stay away from the light shaders. I know, because they're really so... I mean, if you're writing... So, I did write with a medium-sized glass tip pen, and it was pretty generous. But even so, like, there are still bits where it's hard to read. But not all of them. Like, I think most of them are pretty legible. The Fuji's really nice. I really like that purple. Ooh, sorry. Yeah, you gotta get some Tomo. It already reminds you of old chewing gum. Hold on. Hold that thought. Yes, you have to get some Tomo. Maybe Pertinux can put a link in the chat, and I'm saying Pertinux because she recently mentioned the Wonderland notebooks to me. Pertinux, do you mind sharing that link? Because I can't remember the actual one. Old chewing gum. That is really interesting. What flavor of chewing gum? I think that matters. Yeah, is that good or bad? Is that good or bad? That's very good. It's good. It's good. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you can sometimes find old Tomo at places that just don't realize what they have for sale. I have some of the Sanzen Tomo. If you're not buying a Hobonichi notebook, I think you're going to have a better chance of getting good paper. So my Sanzen notebooks, like my regular notebooks from Sanzen themselves, are much better at performance than my Hobonichi Sanzen notebooks, which sounds really confusing. It's really frustrating. Wonderland is pre-Sanzen. Okay, but not the good machine. That doesn't look linky. No. Maybe you can text it to me and I can paste it. It might not be letting you paste. Oh, they're currently dialing in a paper alternative. Interesting. Very interesting. I mean, I really like the Maruman Namasane and the Kokuyo. Like, I really, really like them. But it's very clear that they're very different to Tomo in terms of the vibrance. But I still really like them. Like, for the most part, it doesn't matter so much. Like, if you're just writing on your paper and not inky messing, it doesn't really matter too much. Because I think it would represent fairly well. Unlike with the Tomo, where the swatches make the difference. Okay. Thank you, Pertnux. Let me copy this link. Thank you. If you can find your Tomo locally, even better. Maybe you can ask them, like, roughly when they got them in. But I think it's worth trying it. How does it compare to Foxglove? I've never used Foxglove. So that's a great question. I have some. But yeah, I've never used Foxglove, so I don't know. I'm so sorry. I think Foxglove is similar to... Like, it's similar to Neko Yanagi? Let me go look. Foxglove Troublemaker. Oh yeah. It is more like Neko Yanagi, I think. Like a nice purple. Very pretty. Very pretty. Looks like a really nice purple. Yeah, it looks like a nice purple. I like that. Oh, even better, Tomigawa at your local Kinokuniya. Yeah, then you should get it. Fuji has a lot of green when used on bank paper. Yeah. Okay, so Foxglove is legible. I mean, that helps. I mean, I would say that helps. I'm going to close these, and what I'm going to do... I'm just going to do some writing with Fuji on here, just because it's the last one out. Just so we can see it a little bit. Just wanted to see how this dries on here. Okay. Will I write with Uri? Yes. Absolutely. Let me close up the Fuji. And grab some Uri. Okay. So that's Fuji. And then... This is such an odd color. I really like it. I'm purposely letting my pen run dry so that it looks like a drier writer. Like mimicking a drier fountain pen. Thank you for coming, Anthony. So appreciate you being here. Go to play your guitar is amazing. That sounds really nice. Have I ever used Lit lab paper? No, I haven't. Yeah, it does look pretty legible. I'll just let it dry completely. It's almost dry. But yeah, I mean, so this is a pretty, like, I would say this is a pretty generous medium. But even in the drier bits, I think it's legible. Like, I think it's decent. Very unusual color. I like it. Both of them are really nice, but the Udi is very odd. This is from my greasy fingers. I'm sorry. That's not the paper's fault. It's my greasy fingers' fault. It's my grease's fault. Okie dokie, everybody. This flew by. I had a lot of fun doing this. I hope you guys had fun with me. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. Especially, thank you for joining and watching ink dry with me. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you learned something, figured something out about which of the inks you like, which one you don't like. Next week, next week, I'm not sure. I'll figure something out. But thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you being here with me. You always lift my spirits and just make me laugh, and it feels really good. So I hope you all have a wonderful week. I will see you next time. Yeah, we'll see what we're doing next time. We'll just play around and we'll find something. Take care. Bye. Bye.